If you're looking for a free alternative to Microsoft Office, you better check out this video. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. So I've been using an alternative for a while, and I want to tell you what you need to know before you make the jump. First of all, Microsoft Office, you're probably familiar with it. If you've ever worked in an office or worked at an educational institution or gone to school, you've probably had access to Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. They're ubiquitous around the business industry. I worked in an office environment forever, but when I went independent, what I wanted was an alternative that I wasn't going to have to pay an arm and a leg for. So as you might know, Microsoft Office is not free, and it depends on your situation, but you can get it for $99 a year. These are not purchase prices. These are basically subscription prices. A single user license is about $6 a month, and that's going to be in perpetuity. So it's pretty expensive, and I don't know what it costs to just buy it one time, but I know that when I once looked, it was $300 or $400. So it's a very pricey bit of software, and my thought was, how can I, as an individual, find something that's compatible and just as good possibly, and not necessarily pay an arm and a leg for it? So I was on the hunt for a cheaper alternative, but I wanted to stay compatible with the Microsoft Office ecosystem. And there are a few options out there. One of the ones that I looked at, and one of the ones that I tried a little bit and I actually really liked, was LibreOffice. They create a suite of a document editor, a spreadsheet, and a slideshow editor, and it's really quite good. In fact, how they started, I believe, was as an offshoot of OpenOffice. So you can actually download OpenOffice, and I downloaded this as well. There were a lot of things to like about that. It doesn't have quite as much support or updates as the other software options, but it was pretty good. The one I chose after much use and some testing was SoftMaker's FreeOffice. And there are a lot of things that I really loved about this. Mainly that it's going to look very familiar. It's probably the most similar to Microsoft Office from the look and feel. And it's also compatible with the file type. So if you get sent a Microsoft Office file and you want to work on it and send it back, you're not going to have to worry about that. Now, some of the things to keep in mind is that there are probably a few settings that you want to change, as well as a few quirks that are different from Microsoft Office that I think are important to note because they may be showstoppers for you. So I'm going to go through those now. Let's start at the beginning here. freeoffice.com. You can go to this website and download it. They actually have a PDF editor, which is free too, which is pretty amazing. And you can just go up here to download and applications. And what I will say is that one of the things that's really great about this is that you can install it on as many computers as you want. Now, one of the things I want to show you here is that the installation file is much smaller. The footprint is much smaller. And so if you're working on a computer that maybe has a 32 gigabyte SSD or something like that, and you're really trying to conserve space, the installation file for the standard Microsoft Office is pretty big. And this one is a few years old. This is one I used when I installed it on my computer here, and it's 1.22 gigs. I've heard that the newer installation files are maybe 3 gigs. The footprint, once it installs it, it can be even larger. And there are a lot of reasons for that. Microsoft includes a bunch of other programs like OneNote and some of these other things. I call it bloatware, but I don't think most people need it, and I certainly don't even want it. Now, what I downloaded here was the FreeOffice MSI file. You can see it's only 116 megs, and then the FreeOffice Mac installation file is only 158 megs. So these are very small files to download, and the footprint, once you install them, is much smaller too. And the only things that you're going to get are the document editor, the spreadsheet program, and the presentation program. So you're not going to get a lot of other extraneous programs that you don't need, which is really nice. So small footprint, easy installation, and you're getting kind of the essentials, which is great. Now, the other thing, and I don't have a demo here to show you, is that once you open up the program for the very first time, what it will say is that you don't have a license, and it's going to be really simple to register this. It's just going to have one line where you can put in your email address and hit send to get a code. They are going to instantly email you a code, which you're going to paste into that box. One of the things I was worried about is if I use the same email on every one of my computers, is it going to say, hey, you've already registered one of these applications? It doesn't care. Basically, I think it's just making sure that you exist, your email exists. They're probably going to send you some emails about other programs. The PDF editor is one that I got, and it said, hey, it's free, and we have a sale going on the upgraded versions. So I don't mind those, but you're going to get on the email list. That's probably the biggest drawback of registering, but I haven't gotten over-solicited or anything like that. So I actually really like that. So that's the way you register it, and it's very quick. Now, I've gone ahead and opened TextMaker here, and you can see it's a red border. Looks a lot like Word. It's really a great application. It runs quickly. Overall, I really like it. There are a few things here in the way it sets itself up that I think you're going to want to change to make it more like Word, and I'm kind of confused why they did them by default. First of all, this panel over on the right side is always open on all of the applications. You can just click on this little arrow here to close it. This will give you a more Word-like, cleaner look to it. And now the first thing I like is you can see that these ribbons look very Microsoft Wordish. I'm not going to get into all the things that are similar because there are so many of them, but if you click on the little tabs, you can see how close this is to Microsoft Word. In fact, a lot of the tabs are grouped the same way. Probably the biggest thing is that some of the names of the functions are slightly different, but you can get to pretty much all the same places. And if you are familiar with Microsoft Word or any of the other programs, this is going to look and feel super familiar to you, okay? All right, so the next thing that I think you're going to want to do is make sure that this is compatible with Microsoft Office and that all the file types are the same. Now, I have gone ahead and changed some of these, but if you go up here to the File ribbon and Options, and then you go over here to the Files tab, you can see the default file format, and you can select the FreeOffice file format or some of these older Word formats or the DOCX format, which is the format I like. If I go into PlanMaker, the spreadsheet application, same thing, File, Options, default file format. The PlanMaker format is the default one, but I'm going to change that to Excel, XLS. And then in the Presentations application, again, same thing, File, Options, Files, and I'm going to change this from PRDX to PPTX just to make sure that everything I save is always in the appropriate file format so that I can email it out, collaborate with other people that are on the Microsoft Office platform. The other thing that I don't really like here is that the margin lines, these little dotted lines, are on here by default. It's not a big thing, but for me, the clean look of Microsoft Word by default is what I'd prefer. So to get rid of these lines, you actually have to go up here to the File, Options, and then you're going to go to View, and it's right here. It's called Page Borders. I would have actually thought it's called Margin Borders, but I get that that's the typable page. So you're just going to uncheck that and hit OK. Now I've got that clean Microsoft Word look. The other thing that I want to show you here that's a little bit different is that you can see that it wraps the words at the end of a paragraph by hyphenating them. And like deliberately right there and randomly. And I don't like that. I would rather wrap the whole word. So again, File, Options, and then if I go over here to Language, it has Use Automatic Hyphenation selected. So I'm going to turn that off. And now you can see it's going to push the full word onto the next line, which is what I like. All right. So that's a couple of changes that I made, and they're really the only changes that I made to make sure that TextMaker feels and looks just like Word to me. In fact, if I open up Microsoft Word here and the same file, you can see that it looks very, very similar. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's talk about their spreadsheet program called PlanMaker. And I like this too. I don't do as much in spreadsheets on a day-to-day basis, but I certainly have used them pretty heavily in the past. What I did here was I created a quick little chart. You know, you put in your data here, you go up here to insert, and then you pick chart frame, which is funny because I think in Excel it's just called insert chart. So insert recommended charts. So again, the terminology is just slightly different, but you can go ahead and create this chart. So one of the things that's a little different here is that if I go to Excel, Excel has more chart styles. So this is a pretty basic chart, and yes, I can do some editing of it. Like I said, change the colors, make it a little more friendly to whatever I'm working on, but Excel has a lot of chart types here. If I go to the similar chart here, I go up to chart design, what you can see is I just get a lot of different options, and they're just stylized options. But if you really want that glossy, finished look of your charts, I think Microsoft Office appears to have a lot more options here. So that's one thing to consider. Now, it's not an issue for me, and this is one of the reasons why I think that installation file is 3 gigs as opposed to 150 megabytes. So that's just another change, that Excel has obviously a lot more beautification options on spreadsheets. Last, let's check out Presentations, which is their PowerPoint equivalent. And one of the things that you might notice here is I've opened the same slide in presentations as well as in PowerPoint. And they look and feel very similar here. You know, just some of the sizing is a little bit different. You can see that you get the thumbnails over here, you get the editor over here. Now, one of the things that's different here, and for someone who designs in PowerPoint a lot, this difference actually annoys me a little bit. It's not a huge deal, and I've learned to live with it. But you can see here, when you have a lot of these elements in PowerPoint, and this is Microsoft PowerPoint, and I drag this around, it's rendering the image and the movement real time. So I have some idea of where it's going and what it looks like before I drop it and let go. Now, if I go back to presentations here and I do the same thing, I click on this element and I drag it around, I just get the outline of it. I don't actually see what it looks like in the spot that I'm dropping it until I drop it. And while that's not a huge deal, because now I can go to my arrows and move it around a little bit and I kind of get more real-time movement of it, it is a little bit annoying that I can't just kind of get a preview of what that looks like that's more real-time than just the outline. You know, sometimes you're trying to line up some lines or objects or text inside the box, so just having that outline isn't ideal. I haven't been able to find a setting that changes that. It might be in there somewhere, so if someone knows, let me know. But that's really kind of the only big negative that I've found over PowerPoint in this application as well. So as I've been using this for a few months, you can tell that I've been running Microsoft Office and FreeOffice on the same computers for a while, because I was actually pretty reluctant to get rid of Microsoft Office because I thought, hey, you know, there'll be some things that aren't the same and I'm going to have to go back into Microsoft Office to do the detail work. But I will tell you that they're very, very close. And in fact, it's so speedy. You know, when you're loading up FreeOffice, any of the applications, working within it, saving it, closing it down, it's so speedy, especially compared to Microsoft Office, that I actually prefer to open them up in FreeOffice now because I just feel like it's quicker and a little easier to get things done. So they are very close, and you aren't relearning. Again, these ribbons, the layout, even the colors are pretty similar, and so it just has that look and feel of Microsoft Office. So if you're familiar with that, I think you can open this up, make a few of those changes that I just showed you, and all of a sudden you're off to the races. It's going to feel like working in the same environment. Again, the file size is small. It is quick to install, it is quick to run, and the best part about it is it's completely free. I've never paid a cent. I actually wouldn't even mind supporting the organization. But when you think about paying a few dollars a month or hundreds of dollars a year, that adds up. And for a lot of us who are looking for applications for our own personal computers that aren't being reimbursed by a company, maybe don't have to do a lot of heavy lifting. Maybe we don't do a lot of frequent work on our computer, so it just doesn't make sense to buy that premium program. This gets you like 98% of the way there for no money at all. And that's what's really impressive. I thought it would be maybe 70, 80% of the capability of Microsoft Office, but this seems to be very, very similar and a really, really good deal. So I think I have bought my last paid copy of Microsoft Office, and I couldn't be happier about it. And some people might say, well, what if this goes away? One, I would say that this seems to be one of the most well-run organizations, but if it does, and you're still using this version for a few years, I think it's going to work fine. And on top of that, there seem to be a couple other competitors out there, so I think you will continue to have alternatives, and I think the competition there is great. So I would love to see Microsoft Office be a much cheaper alternative, but in the end, I think you have a great option here in FreeOffice, and it's going to save you a bunch of money. Hey, if you want to download it, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.